This is going to be one of the biggest years of my life, but I'm here for it. I've prepared the best that I possibly can to put myself in the best position this year. Trust me when I say this. The time is now.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Time Is Now. We are back for another sit-down video. Appreciate not everyone likes a sit-down video, but there's plenty of people that do. This one is going to be entirely about supplements. We're going to talk about supplements for natural people. We're going to talk about supplements for assisted people. And then I'm going to talk about every single supplement that I use. Disclaimer before we get into this, I am sponsored by a supplement company. People get funny about that stuff, don't they? I am sponsored, and everything you see is from that sponsor, Insight Supplements. It's not one single brand, it's loads and loads of different brands. So it's probably one of the best sponsors I could have ever asked for, because I don't have to promote one single brand saying it's the best, because no one single brand is really the best, which is why I'm amazed that I've got an array here. So not only that, but supplements aren't necessary. You don't need supplements to get results. Can they potentially help in certain circumstances? Yes, they can. And we're going to go through that. So supplement Nazis, don't shoot me. All right, I've already given the disclaimers. Relax. Naturals, you little natty guys out there, we're going to start with you first. We're going to talk about the essential things I think that you should have if you are bodybuilding, if you're an athlete, if you are performing. And then we'll go into non-essentials. So it's a pretty short list for your essentials. I really don't recommend, essentially, if you're on a budget and you don't want to spend any more money and you have you just want to be a little bit better of a bodybuilder, or you want something that you could cover the basics, these are probably my two. We've got creatine, we've got vitamin D and K2. Very, very simple. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze. No, it's gone. We've got creatine, we've got D3. Creatine is probably the most researched supplement in the industry. Every single supplement video you've ever seen has probably said that same quote as well. We know it works. It doesn't just work for performance, it works for things like methylation, it works for brain function as well. Creatine, you don't need to load it, you just take 5 grams a day and you're gonna have more creatine stores, which actually you do work into. You have adenosine triphosphate, you have creatine phosphate, and those, you burn through your adenosine triphosphate, you then use your creatine. So if you have more creatine, you will have more energy and more output. So those are my only two. That's literally it, that is it. That goes for assisted users. Like these two is it. The reason why I say vitamin D is because most people don't get enough vitamin D. If you live in the northern hemisphere, very high up, Iceland, somewhere like that, where you have long, dark winters. England, it's only just started getting light here. D3, might not get out enough in the D3 and absorbing enough energy from the sun to get the D3. So I use that with the K2. This is all from Insight. And that's it. You don't need anything else. If you're feeling a little bit more spicy, we've got vitamin C, which is great for immune support. Again, you can obtain this from your diet. Do most people eat enough vitamin C containing fruit or food? No, they don't. So vitamin C is a nice optional for you. Krill oil, the exact same as before. Amazing for heart function, amazing for brain function, amazing for cholesterol. Do you eat enough fatty fish? Probably not. I know I don't. So I know that krill oil works really, really well for me. And I have a couple grams of this every single day. I recommend krill oil over pretty much every oil. Seems to be the highest of quality from the research that I've done. I use Jarrow as well, Jarrow formulas. They're a well-known brand for sustainability and good quality fish oil as well. So that's an optional there. You've then got a good strong multivitamin. You've then got magnesium biglycinate. 2 really cool compounds. Magnesium biglycinate, simple, calming, works for many, many functions of the cell as well. Most people probably don't get enough magnesium. If you do for your diet, you don't need them. Relax. People who are coming back from stage 1 of Nazism. Multivitamin and minerals. This covers everything you can imagine. Should you obtain all of your vitamins and minerals from a multivitamin? No. You obviously shouldn't, and you should obviously try and eat as many different colors, textures, vegetables as you can to obtain as many of these nutrients as you can. But there are periods of time when Maybe you just don't like vegetables, right? Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and say suck up and eat your vegetables, because people just don't do that. There are ways around it. You can have a multivitamin to get the vitamins and minerals that you need. Maybe you're on a hypocaloric diet, like I am right now. Of course, I've got enough food to get my minerals in and my vitamins, but maybe I'm on 1,500 calories and I'm a girl. Well, then you might need to support your immune system. You might need to support your vitamin and mineral balance a little bit. Moreover, we have a few extra things here. Pre-workouts. Now this goes for assisted users as well. You can use the same advice. Do you need a pre-workout? Of course you don't. You do not. Will a pre-workout potentially offer some benefits? Yes, it may do. And that's the stimulant version. And that's the pump version. The stimulant version, we know caffeine works. We know caffeine has a direct impact on your performance. There is hundreds of years of research behind caffeine. Not only that, there are certain focus ingredients that can help you get in the zone or the flow. And if we look at a pump product, there are things that can encourage blood flow. They can give you vasodilation. And we know that as bodybuilders, we want to be delivered more nutrients, more blood, and we want to be vasodilated. So will this potentially help with pumps, recovery, and whatnot? It may do. Do you need it? No, you don't. But two other options for you if you have the budget for it: a pre-workout stimulant and a pre-workout pump. As we go a little bit deeper, again, same advice for assisted users here: an EAA and a HBCD, highly branched cyclic dextrin, and essential amino acids. Do you need them? Of course you don't. Can you get as much calories from food pre and post workout? Yes, you can. Will the combination of an easy digestible carbohydrate and a highly insulinogenic, highly digestible protein mixed together, drinking while you're intra-workout, potentially mitigate some muscle protein breakdown? Well, according to the research, it may mitigate some of that muscle protein breakdown. So is it going to be a 10-20% swing on your gains? Of course it's not. Is it going to be a 0.0001? Potentially, and I'm willing to do that for the marginal gains. This is a game of marginal, this is a sport of marginal gains. So the combination of these two is another optional. I think it works great for endurance. I think it works great for hydration, because more often than not in these intra-workout complexes, you have hydration molecules, you have carbohydrate molecules, and also your EAAs. So two optional things there that you could take into your supplement list. To our last few, I don't want to say recommended, but potentially supplements that you could use. Whey, of course, everyone uses a whey. Convenience, high quality protein, extra calories, whatever you want to call it, easy protein, digestible protein, whatever you want to call it. It's a very easy way to get a lot of protein in. The convenience factor of whey protein is undeniable. Do you need whey protein? Of course you don't. You can get it all from animal foods. You can get it all from high quality protein sources. So, protein. And my favorite protein is Perform Whey Vanilla, for anyone that's asking. Two little bijou products. Potentially you're a little bit sassy. Potentially you're a little bit bijou in bodybuilding. Potentially you'd like to play with your supplements. We've got PM Priming. We've got Support Max Neuro. Two really cool products, things like alpha GPC, L-theanine, we've got lutein, there is some amazing ashwagandha, choline. There are some amazing supplements within these supplements that help promote your natural melatonin release for sleep, your natural sleep cycle, your natural cortisol reducing hormones. And that's why I use these. Obviously at the moment I'm using things that raise my heart rate. I'm using things that maybe change my thermogenics. These things take the edge off and they really help me get to sleep at night. When my heart rate's a little bit high, they can help reduce that stress and calm me. So that's why I use them personally. But if you're someone who struggles with sleep and potentially is missing out on that nutrition, these two things could help. Do you need them? Of course not. Of course not. But two really cool options there. So that's literally going to wrap up natural. You don't need anything really apart from... You don't need creatine, you don't need D3. Those are just what I would call essential because most people are lacking in them. What you need to do is assess your diet and actually see what you need. Are you eating enough citrusy fruit? No, have a vitamin C tablet. Are you eating enough green vegetables? Yeah, okay, cool, don't have the multivitamin. Are you having fish once a day? Okay, you don't need a fish oil. And you've got to make these, you've got to deduct for yourself what you need and what you don't need. So yeah, we'll work into assisted users now, and then we'll bring this round to a final close. So some of the key things about being assisted, which would change your supplement choice, is that you are directly adding oxidative stress through metals within your oils, through just having higher hormones, through having higher like stress hormones. Everything will be a little bit higher. The effects of those will be a little bit higher. Running your engine higher than it's meant to, you're gonna have the wheels fall off unless you service it regularly and look after it as well. So in saying that, organ health, probably the biggest thing that bodybuilders that are assisted need to worry about. So my go-tos, my absolute go-tos, and I'm gonna say these are essential. I'm gonna say these are non-negotiable if you wanna look after your health. We've got Support Max here, which is like an all-round organ health supplements. We've got N-acetyl-L-cysteine, citrus bergamot, betaine HCl, TUDCA, CoQ10, hawthorn berry dandelion extract. All of these things are shown to help kidney results, liver results, also your HDL and your LDL ratios, and generally just give you a little bit of support in baseline levels. Moreover, we've got things like CV stack, which is a cardiovascular stack, so it's cardiovascularly orientated. In this, we've got vitamin D, which we know is great for testosterone support and heart health. Green tea extract, citrus bergamot again, and CoQ10 again, which we know are two things that massively support your heart health, which means the lowering of buildup of plaque, the lowering of LDL cholesterol, and potentially the sustaining of HDL cholesterol is probably what we're looking for in these products. And then we've got things like astragalus flow, which is for kidneys. There's some pretty good research into about 8 grams of astragalus per day for kidney health. And there's a few other things that kind of compound this into a well-rounded kidney supplement. There is also a liver version of this as well, which I do usually take, but I've just run out of it, and actually I'm about to run out of this heart stack as well, so I'll order those today. And that kind of covers you at a bare minimum. If that's what you want to do, that's probably your bare minimum. If you are that person, and I really, really hope you're not, and you want to skimp on this stuff, just get the Support Max at a minimum. It is expensive. It's going to cost you 40 quid a month probably, but you are doing this to yourself. You have made this decision yourself. It's time to lie in your bed. You need this stuff to keep healthy. Otherwise, you're just shaving years off your life for not very much. That's probably it in terms of essentials. And now there's a few things that I would add that you can, again, if you've got the budget, you can use. So the things I've got here, we've got a red yeast extract, or red yeast rice extract, I should say. We know this directly works on LDL. I actually used this for a 4-week period just before my blood work, and my LDL came right down. I don't use a full dose of this every single day. Normally it's supposed to be 2 capsules. I just use 1 capsule. It seems to be enough to keep my LDL in check, especially with a good diet. We've got niacin, which works on a very similar level, that it brings HDL up and LDL down a little bit. Also promotes like a flush, which can help that cholesterol flow through your body, those transporters through your body. I just take 500 milligrams of this a day, and maybe before a blood test I'll go up to 1 gram, and that's it. You don't need that. You just need, like, it's a tactic that you can use, or a tool in your toolbox if you are suffering from said problems. Maybe you've got high cholesterol, maybe you've got low HDL. Mine isn't too bad. I just use it as precautionary because I've obviously got the means to do it, so I don't need to worry too much. We've got glutathione, one of the strongest antioxidants in the body. I talked about those free radicals. I talked about the oxidative stress that you're bringing in through the oils in the injections. This is like a direct link to that to kind of pull it out. L-glutathione liposomal is, from my knowledge, one of the best ways to get in, apart from intravenous. And obviously no one's going for a glutathione injection that often, so liposomal works really, really well. And then finally, I only brought this out because it was a supplement. It's your Himbine. It is a fat loss supplement. You can use this if you're natural. you don't need this, I'm just using this for a fat loss phase. We know this works off the beta adrenergic receptors. It goes in, blocks it, frees up a few more fatty acids, and then helps that. And that's like pretty much it. Like, that's it. Like, I've got loads more supplements which are just more pre-workouts and maybe different flavor EAAs and different flavor highly cyclic dextrins. So you may see me use different tubs and whatnot, but that is every single thing that I take. You know, I'm very fortunate in the fact I have a supplement sponsor and I get provided all this stuff. I can imagine it's very, very expensive to do all this. If I'm thinking about it, it's probably, as those essentials as an assisted athlete are probably going to cost you 150 to 200 pound a month. That's the reality of it. And that's the reality you need to take on. If you're assisted, if you're non-assisted, of course, your budget's in your control a little bit more. And you've got that array that you can pick from. But none of these will overshadow hard work. None of these will overshadow consistent eating. None of these will overshadow any of the fundamentals of bodybuilding. They are the very, very, very small sprinkling on top, which doesn't add a lot of flavor. I was gonna say it was gonna be like icing, but icing tastes too good. It's not that good. You know, they are just supplements to your diet. You want to cover as much of this through your diet as you can. If you can't, okay, you can use these. So if you want to find any of these guys, Insight supplements, I will put a link first thing. I'll pin it to the top of the comments. Josh 10 for discount across the whole range. And like I said, you don't have to stick to one brand. I'm not promoting one brand. I'm promoting literally 20 brands that are all incredible. They pass quality check. We test them all before. And I'm obviously very blessed to be in this position. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. We'll be back very, very soon with another episode. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. Peace, everybody.